Good evening and welcome to Roadside Republic, a show that has already clocked 30,000 kilometers on the road through this political journey in elections 2014, and we continue to count those kilometers. Today we come to you from right outside the gates of Banaras Hindu University, from where Narendra Modi emerged just a short while ago after he was denied permissions. This is what the BJP claims, denied permissions to hold rallies and perform an aarti at the Dashashwamedh Ghat. It's triggered an unprecedented war between the BJP and the Election Commission, forcing the Election Commission to come out in the open today and defend itself in a rare press conference. And the defense that came from Election Commission is that it's fiercely independent, and it also backed the returning officer who had denied permission to Mr. Modi to hold a rally in Benia Bagh, one of the key rallies that Mr. Modi wanted to address today, later today. Now Mr. Modi has already reached his party office, where he will be meeting workers and also engaging with people from the intellectual community in Varanasi. But let's get a sense from the people over here about what do they think about Mr. Modi's arrival. This is perhaps going to be the only personal appearance that he will make as far as his campaign is concerned. आप बताइए कि मोदी जी यहाँ आए, उनको बेनिया बाग में रैली करने का मौका नहीं मिला, तो आप लोगों को लगता है कि उससे उनका कैंपेन कमजोर पड़ेगा, या आप इस तरीके से इलेक्शन कमीशन के साथ भिड़ने से अब और मजबूत हो गए?
जी नहीं, कोई कमजोर नहीं पड़ेगा, बस अब की बार मोदी सरकार।
आप बताइए कि ये जो मोदी जी ने इलेक्शन कमीशन को चुनौती दी है, कहा है कि वो पक्षपात करता है, क्या ये आरोप सही है?
बिल्कुल सही है। जैसे कांग्रेस को अपनी रैलीज करने के लिए मौका दिया जाता है, सपा को रैली करने के लिए मौका दिया जाता है, तो ये पक्षपात सिर्फ भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए क्यों है?
आपको लगता है यहाँ के जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट मैजिस्ट्रेट हैं, जो रिटर्निंग ऑफिसर है प्रांजल यादव, उन्होंने परमिशन ना दे के गलती की?
बिल्कुल गलती की है, सबको अधिकार है। माँ गंगा पे राजनीति की जा रही है, आरती का उसका आदेश नहीं दिया जा रहा है। ये मतलब क्या भारतीय जनता पार्टी सबके लिए वो है?
जी 2 बजे रात को आदेश मिला है, जैसे हमारे नेताजी बताए हैं अमित शाह जी की 2 बजे रात को जो है आदेश मिला है जी। ये लेकिन ये तो गलत है।
बताइए लोकतंत्र में
आप ये बताइए कि आप आम आदमी पार्टी की टोपी पहने हुए, तो हम शायद ये अज्यूम कर सकते हैं कि आप उसी पार्टी से हैं। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने कहा कि अगर उनको आरती करनी है तो उसके लिए परमिशन की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है। मोदी जी को आरती करनी है तो वो पॉलिटिकल आरती नहीं होनी चाहिए।
जी जी होना चाहिए सर, उनको करना चाहिए था। ये एक पब्लिसिटी स्टंट है, जिनको पहले केजरीवाल के बारे में बोलते थे ये ऐसे कर रहे हैं, वही धरना यहाँ कर रहे हैं। उनको डीएम ऑफिस के सामने करना चाहिए था। हम 32,000 स्टूडेंट हैं, गेट के सामने धरना कर रहे हैं, 4 घंटे परेशान हो रहे हैं, तो किस डीएम ऑफिस को फर्क पड़ रहा है या स्टूडेंट्स परेशान है?
तो आपको लगता है कि एक पॉलिटिकल स्टंट है? जी आपको भी लगता है पॉलिटिकल स्टंट?
हाँ जी बिल्कुल, ये पॉलिटिकल स्टंट है। बिकॉज उन्होंने जिस जगह की परमिशन मांगी थी वो जगह नहीं दे पाए किसी रीजन से, तो वो दूसरी जगह दे रहे थे।
बेनिया बाग में तो आप लोगों को भी अलाउ किया था। अरविंद जी ने पहली रैली की थी, वो बेनिया बाग में की थी, आप लोगों को क्यों मिल गई?
नहीं, हमें वो परमिशन मिली और उनको नहीं मिल पाई, तो उनके लिए उन्होंने डेफिनेटली रीजंस दिए होंगे, और उन्होंने ऑल्टरनेट जगह भी बताई। अगर वो करना ही चाहते थे, ऑल्टरनेट करना चाहते थे, लेकिन उन्होंने क्या किया, जो सभा वहां नहीं उससे बड़ी तो धरना दे दिया यहाँ पे उन्होंने।
As you can see that Mr. Modi's supporters are trying to clearly out the argument being made by Aam Aadmi Party. Take a look at this report about the various developments that took place and how the BJP was on a war path with the Election Commission.
Varanasi, the epicenter of an unprecedented confrontation between the BJP and the Election Commission. Today, the BJP escalated the war. Jaitley alleged the DM, the local returning officer, first gave permission to Modi's rally at Benia Bagh in the city yesterday morning, but then cancelled it.
I have with me a letter given to us yesterday morning, that is 7th, allotting Benia Bagh to us, asking us to deposit 10,000 rupees.
This permission was given to you. Then why did you say you had not got permission?
We gave this, deposited the money, and then he withdrew the permission.
We can certainly check up, because as far as we know, for that ground no permission was given. As we have examined in this case, we have no reason to doubt the sincerity or the credentials of the officer.
Bringing Varanasi to a standstill for 3 hours, the BJP protested this morning, furious that it didn't get permission for Modi's rally. But it called off the other 2 events as well, for which it had got permission, a puja at the Ghats and a meeting with prominent local residents. Instead, first Modi attacked the Election Commission and settled for a 7-kilometer drive-through from his helipad to the party office.
मैं बहुत जिम्मेदारी के साथ भारत के इलेक्शन कमीशन पर पक्षपात का आरोप लगा रहा हूं। इलेक्शन कमीशन निष्पक्ष नहीं है। जनता ने आपको हरा दिया है, इलेक्शन कमीशन आपको जिता नहीं पाएगा।
Accused of bias, timidity and more, in a rare appearance, the top men of the poll panel hit out.
Commission is not afraid of anyone, any political party or any entity in discharging its duties where lives and security of the people and leaders are involved.
The attack on the commission triggering outrage among the opposition too. Mr. Modi's challenger Arvind Kejriwal questioned his intentions, saying permission is needed for political activities, not a puja.
I think the Election Commission has done a splendid job. The BJP is getting a bit desperate.
But these cannot be matters on which you will try and whip up a communal frenzy.
And even as the controversy raged on, the man who rattled the BJP, 44-year-old IAS officer Pranjal Yadav, drew both censure and praise in his city. The IIT graduate, known to champion development, is popular for building roads and trying to remove illegal squatters in the temple town known to struggle with pollution and overcrowding.
शहर के लिए अच्छा काम किया, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है और इस समय ऐसा क्या माहौल बना कि उन्होंने ऐसा कदम उठा लिया, इसके लिए मुझे कोई जानकारी नहीं है।
तो आप कह रहे हैं कि इससे पहले आपको वो पसंद है।
With Ramesh Verma, Manu Nair, Manoj Thakur, Prafulla Mishra, Numan Siddiqui, Anand Zanane and Barkhadat in Varanasi, Rohit Rajan for NDTV.
Well, that's it from me in Varanasi. Let's now cross over to my colleague Monideepa Banerjee, who joins us for the very latest on how politics is shaping up in West Bengal.
Well, in West Bengal, the war of words between Narendra Modi and Mamata Banerjee is getting uglier by the day. Modi, in a series of rallies across the state yesterday, attacked Mamata for the Sharda scam, for the lack of safety of women in the state and for infiltration from Bangladesh. Mamata Banerjee, who also held a series of meetings across Kolkata, directly attacked Modi, calling him a donkey in one instance and in another, likening him to Hanuman with his tail on fire, who was setting things ablaze wherever he went.
He addressed her as Didi dozens of times, a term of respect for an elder sister. But the rest of Modi's words tripped, scathing sarcasm. She was holding rallies almost simultaneously across Kolkata, and she returned the compliment in full, sometimes after he had hurled his insults, sometimes suo moto. But it was Modi's pronouncements on the Matua community, a large community in North 24 Parganas, that drew the sharpest barb. Many members of the Matua community had come from Bangladesh.
बंगाल को बर्बाद कर दिया है। बांग्लादेश के घुसपैठिए ये लेफ्ट के वोटर बन गए हैं। ये बांग्लादेश के घुसपैठियों को निकालो।
Mamata's response, this insult.
আবার বলেছে মথুয়ার সঙ্গে সবাইকে আমি সিটিজেনশিপ দেব। আরে কি গাধারা ভোদা কি বলবেন বলুন তো? জানেই না কিছু।
Modi bashing has dominated Mamata rallies ever since the BJP leader earned her ire a few weeks ago for insinuating that a dubious businessman had bought her painting for 1.8 crores. The BJP meanwhile does not seem unhappy at needling Mamata with reasonable success.
Who is donkey and who is a monkey and who is the darling of the Indian masses, that also will be known on 16th evening.
But Trinamool supporters are pleased as punch that Didi is giving it to the man who wants to be the Prime Minister. Just 2 more days of campaigning left to go, and many are wondering how much worse would this political discourse get? With Kate K. Angre and Monideepa Banerjee, Vega Bakshi for NDTV.
It's a clash of three titans in the Kolkata North constituency, where a fourth dark horse may well pip the giants to the post. The Kolkata North constituency is an extremely cosmopolitan one with a huge population of non-Bengalis, many of whom have been bitten by the Modi bug. Which is not to say, of course, that Bengalis have remained entirely immune.
सेंटर में तो मोदी वेव चाहिए, कलकत्ता में ममता वेव चाहिए। मोदी लहर है
और ममता लहर
उड़ सा गया।
दीदी को सेंट्रल में मोदी को सपोर्ट दे करके एक स्थिर सरकार बनानी चाहिए।
दीदी अगर मोदी जी को सपोर्ट करे तो हमारे पश्चिम बंगाल के लोगों के लिए बहुत ही भला हो जाएगा।
Good news for incumbent Trinamool MP Sudeep Bandyopadhyay or bad? Sudeep's margin last time was over 1 lakh votes, but never has he had to contend with a four-way fight and a Modi wave, or ripple as he describes it. He may say he's untouchable, but does he entirely believe it?
In Bengal, how many times Modi is coming or Modi is going, that question is immaterial. Percentage of votes may be increased by 3 to 4%. In my parliamentary constituency, which is known that BJP has an influence, but I don't face any challenge from this party at all.
BJP's Rahul Sinha, on the campaign trail with fellow candidate Bappi Lahiri, is dismissive of Sudeep. His constituency's demography is on his side, he claims, especially a huge population of non-Bengalis. Last time, the BJP polled just 4% votes here, but Rahul is banking on two factors to change that.
ये सरकार जो 3 साल में नया सरकार आया, निकम्मा सरकार साबित हो गया, कोई काम नहीं किया, इसलिए दोनों वोट हमको मिलने वाला है। एक तो इसका निकम्मा सरकार का खिलाफ लोगों का नाराजी का वोट, और साथ साथ केंद्र में एक नया शक्तिशाली मोदी जी का नेतृत्व में सरकार जो बन रहा है, उसका वोट हमको मिलने वाला है।
Congress's Shomen Mitro joined Trinamool in 2009 and became MP from Diamond Harbour. But recently, disappointed, he says, with Mamta, he returned to the Congress and got the Kolkata North ticket. He is set to split Sudeep's vote because in 2009, Congress and Trinamool were allies. This time, they are not.
CPM is tested because they were in power for 34 years. TMC is in power for last 3 years. So people have tested both. BJP is, this is not the soil of BJP in Bengal.
So Congress is the answer?
I think so.
And finally, the dark horse. All the titans poo-poo her chances, but CPM's Rupa Bagchi is not wilting. In 2009, CPM had got 40% of the votes, just 12% less than the winner. The CPM believes the Congress and the BJP will eat into Sudeep Bandyopadhyay's margin and send Rupa past the post.
In West Bengal, last 34 months, people feel bad. No industry, no focus on agriculture, no security of women. ये जो ममता हवा का बारे में बोल रहा है, ये है जस्ट होचे संतराश का हवा हम लोग बोलते हैं, और वो जो आप देखते हैं स्टार, सुपरस्टार, मेगा स्टार कैंडिडेट हुआ है, बस स्टार का हवा.
So in Kolkata North, the stage is set for a showdown that many are calling the fiercest electoral battle in all of West Bengal. 3 titans and a dark horse racing towards the finish line on the 12th. In Kolkata, with G.D. Shankar, Monideepa Banerjee, NDTV.